So let's stop from the product. So now that we're done looking at the product, hopefully you liked what you saw. Certainly the MicroChannel team can answer any questions you might have about the product. You know, at the end of the day, kind of my cosmic rule, number 63, says that if we're trying to do those calls to action that we talked about a moment ago, you don't have to outrun the economy. You simply have to outrun your competition. So I happened to be in Mexico a few days ago on our sales club trip, and I happened to snap this picture. I was very concerned about that poor guy in the kayak, and he wasn't trying to outrun the economy. He was really trying to outrun the competition, and unfortunately the competition was in a speedboat far ahead of him. So we don't want to be the guy in the kayak. We want to be the guy in the speedboat, and hopefully not having our friend in with the sharp teeth and the dorsal fins coming after us. So we started looking at building competitive differentiation together, all the things we've talked about before, and MicroChannel being the key element in your lives from an Australia perspective, and we hope Accellos having some pretty unique tools that we can provide MicroChannel to help make your business more effective by providing the ability to get those key pieces. We think there's 4 elements that go into that: vision, execution, technology, and stability. Vision, having the vision for how these pieces come together into a unified solution. Execution, having partners like MicroChannel that can deliver and support the solution in your backyard. Technology, hopefully what you saw in the product presentation I just gave shows you that we are committed to investing in the technology, moving into the next generation, and providing a very, very powerful set of tools that can help drive value to the bottom line by cutting costs in the warehouse and realizing the promise that we talked about early in the presentation. And then lastly, stability. We've been fortunate enough to be profitable throughout our lifetime. We've been in business since 2006. We've got over $20 million in the bank as we sit today, and so we're not likely to go away anytime soon. Although I mentioned we're $35 million in revenue, that may not seem like a lot. Most of our competition is in the $3 to $5 million range, and so we're significantly larger than the other players that we compete with on a day in and day out basis. What does it mean to you? Hopefully these 4 things: simplicity. How do if I see this value, if I believe in cutting costs, how can I realize that value in as short a timeline as possible? By having a solution that is intuitive and easy to learn, and so we want to make that learning curve as short as possible. Agility. Using Accellos One so that you can more closely work with your customers, your partners, your trading partners, your suppliers, anyone that works in the overall organization, because it's browser-centric, and you can tune it from a visibility layer standpoint, either to see everything within your organization or narrow it down to one specific customer, one specific supplier, so that you can give that visibility to your partners. Productivity. Look at role basis. So if I've got X number of people within my organization, drill down what I want to see by role. You saw the customization, personalization capabilities of the application. So I fine-tune the user experience to specifically the role that particular person plays within the organization. Take that role and extend it not only within my 4 walls, but outside my 4 walls from a self-service perspective. And then lastly, investment protection. We're not going to obsolete anything. For those of you that happen to be Accellos customers already, all the stuff you have today will continue to work. We're not eliminating anything. We're simply adding additional value as we move forward in life. So at the end of the day, what we hope is that what we've shown you today is a way to cut costs in the warehouse, is a way to drive value to the bottom line of your business, is a way to realize true return on investment. One of the few places in a company today that we can find those costs that we can drive out of the business, we can improve the customer experience, and reduce costs all at the same time. So it's a solution that stands out when you look at all of the different pieces of software and products that are in the marketplace. We have people together with MicroChannel that understand how to use the technology and how to drive the value of your business. We've got that breadth of product that attacks all the different areas within the supply chain that look at the leaky processes and all the different places that we think can add value. And then we have the processes that wrap around them to make sure that that value does get driven home to you, both from a true ROI and then just an achievement of your expectations. So here we'll stop for questions. Unfortunately, again, I'm not going to be with you to answer them, but I'm sure that my friends at MicroChannel will ably jump in and help me out and I think there probably will be some Accellos people on the call as well. I really, truly do thank you for joining us today. I do apologize for not being able to be there with you in person. I hope that this webinar has provided you some value and that you can see what we see in terms of the warehouse being kind of the center of the universe in terms of the potential for gaining value within your organization. So thank you very much for joining us. Please feel free to reach out to us with any kind of questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions. If you'd like a copy of this presentation, I'm sure the MicroChannel folks can arrange to get it to you. Most likely it'll be posted to their website, as others have been in the past, and certainly that white paper we showed you in the early stages of the presentation is available if you haven't received it. So thank you very much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.